today we're going to synchronize these throttle bodies. And I know I have one out there with a water manometer, but I thought we'd do one with an electronic manometer and let you see the difference. So this electronic manometer has got two hoses, but we're only going to be using one hose. And we're just going to switch it back and forth between the two throttle bodies. And we're going to try to get both throttle bodies at 6, right? So if I have 6 inches of water column on both, that means they're both pulling the same amount of vacuum, which means that they're balanced. I know water is not exactly the same as vacuum, but in relative terms, it balanced these things out. So over here, I'm doing the driver's side right now, and you can see that's on the back of the throttle body. And I'm trying to work this thing down to 6. Now, once I get it to 6, we'll go over to the passenger side. We'll get that to 6. Then we'll come back to the driver's side, and we'll go back and forth several times until we get these things straightened out. Every time you adjust one, the other one moves around a little bit. So by switching back and forth will be good. So you can see here that we got that thing just about right? We're just about at 6. Actually, you probably can't see it, but we got that right. And then we'll switch over and we'll go back to the other side. You can see that the other side has moved on me. It's like 4/8. So we'll put the little Allen key in this one and we'll bring that up. So now we're at 595, 598. So that's good. We'll take it back off. We'll go back to the other side. The other side's going up on me a little bit, 622. So this is where I said, you know, you just kind of keep fiddling back and forth, right? And eventually you'll get them both to land really close to 6. I kind of like the water better than the electric. The water just seems to be a little bit more stable, but this works too. And if this is what you have, this is what you have. Some of those water manometers are actually getting kind of hard to find and get a hold of anymore. Obviously, you can build one. So I got it all adjusted out. I got about almost 20 inches of vacuum at idle, so that's really good. So we're ready to go. We got both sides at 6. Everything looks good. The last thing that we're going to do is we're going to put a 5/1000 gap in this passenger side throttle body, right? So in that stop right there, we'll put the T15 back in and we'll tighten this back up. Now I've loosened it up a little bit to give myself a gap so I could move that passenger throttle body around. Now I'm going to tighten it up. I'm going to get the 5/1000 that we're supposed to have. Once I do that, that will be the last adjustment, right? So I have both throttle bodies pulling 6 inches of water column, and then I have 5/1000 gap on that stop. So that will be good. Then the last thing we have to do is pull the paper towels out of the IACs because we've had the IACs all blocked off and disconnected. So we'll pull that paper towel out of there and we'll go ahead and we'll plug the IACs back in, and then this will give control. And the reason why you can't do this with the IACs plugged in is because as they open and close, that's going to change your vacuum or your water column, right? So you have to have this all disconnected. The last thing we'll do is I'll look at my scan tool and I'll check my RPM, and that appears to be pretty good. So the IACs are doing what they're supposed to be doing. Then the very last thing is we'll Loctite all these bolts so they don't move around on adjustment for us, right? So that's how we do it. It's pretty easy procedure, really. And but if you could like and subscribe to my channel, I would greatly appreciate it. All right, guys, have a great day. Thank you.